Hello, my friends. It's Patrick Allman from StopDoingNothing.com. And it's probably been a while since you've listened to a podcast or seen a video because I've been screwing around. I have been doing plenty of stuff, but not taking care of you, the viewers and the listeners at the Stop Doing Nothing podcast and on the Stop Doing Nothing page. And I am working hard to remedy that. I know as much as my website preaches about not doing nothing, I have been slacking a little bit on that, but it's not because I've been sitting around doing nothing. It's because I've been sitting around growing my agency by leaps and bounds, and business is great, but I've abused this, which is a real passion project for me in an area where I really want to help people. So please accept my apologies for those of you that listen to the podcast and watch the video. And by the way, if you are on one right now, be sure you subscribe to the other. If you're listening to this on the podcast, go subscribe on YouTube, and if you are subscribed on YouTube watching this, you can go subscribe over on iTunes. For those of you that have not, are first-time listeners, first-time watchers, let's really recap again a little bit about me, a little bit about Stop Doing Nothing. Like I said, my name is Patrick Allman. I run a digital marketing agency here in Oklahoma City, and I started Stop Doing Nothing a while back as a project to kind of help me motivate myself, but to also externally share the information that motivates me. Different people get motivated different ways. Different people are coached different ways. And I tend to be more of the aggressive, ambitious, go, go, go type. Don't stop, work a long, hard 12 hours before I take a break type. And I wanted to share my thoughts on how to work like that with other people like that. There's a lot of different ways. Like I said, people can get motivated. Some people are motivated by the soft, fluffy, bunny foo-foo stuff. That is not me. I'm going to come at you 90 miles an hour, and if you're not doing what you should be doing, you're going to find me really getting on your case about it. And if after a while, if I get on your case about something when it comes to coaching or whatever, and you're not doing it or you don't want to do it, then I'm just going to walk away because you obviously don't want to put in the time and effort. Those are the kind of people I want to work with. Those are the kind of people that the podcast and the video is for, is people that like being highly productive. I like to call them high achievers, extreme high achievers. You don't mind working 7 days a week for spurts at a time because it just helps you get done. You don't mind blowing through obstacles. You're the kind of person who always sees that there is a way around, over, or under any kind of obstacle. Those are the kind of people that I like to work with. That's who this video is for. That's who this podcast is for. So again, for your first-time listeners and watchers, welcome very much. Like I said, I haven't been sitting around doing nothing. Business is doing great. Now it's time to get back into taking care of Stop Doing Nothing. As you see, you probably see a bizarre pink wall behind me and some patchwork going on. We're doing some remodeling here. That was one of my many excuses for not getting a video out to you and a podcast out to you. I was looking for the perfect environment, the perfect background, the perfect soundproof room. And you know what? It's coming. It'll get there. But done is better than perfect. And you probably hear me say that a lot, that done is so much better than perfect. So if you're the kind of person who's waiting to get something done, like a podcast, like a video series, man, just get on the balls. Quit sitting on your hands, quit screwing around, and get started on it. So I apologize if the room isn't perfect, and yes, it is a bright pink or purple background, but hey, deal with it, okay? Just so you know, we are based in Oklahoma City, and we're going to be doing these weekly, and there's a huge fan page out there. It's under the name Patrick Allman, and you can find me on Twitter also at patrickallman.com. Today, I thought I would talk to you about one of the more popular blog posts on the website recently, StopDoingNothing.com. For those of you, for you avid readers, the most popular blog post over on StopDoingNothing.com over the past, 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days is one called How to... where is it here? Become obsessed with something. How to become obsessed with something. So we're going to focus on that word obsessed today and kind of clarify what it means for me. And I was kind of like to hear your feedback also about what it means to you. As I've become more mature in the world, I've learned that when I really want to get things done, it takes an insane amount of obsession. I've tried over the years to whether it's exercise, let's speak about that topic, exercise. I've tried kind of casually going to the gym and maybe doing some walking here and some running there, and maybe, do 1 week on and 1 week off, or do a day and skip 4 days. And I've tried that. It's really cool. You can't hear it, but there's an airplane flying overhead. And I'm a big aviation fan and a pilot. And whenever an airplane flies overhead, man, I am in love. Anyways, getting back to the word obsession. I've just tried various levels of dedication when it comes to getting tasks done. And the only way I have learned is to become kind of obsessively consumed with accomplishing a particular task, a particular goal. And that is not easy. And that's getting harder and harder every single day with being a business owner and the number of things you have to pay attention to. Oftentimes I take care of my own social media, take care of my own email marketing, I take care of all my own video work. There's so many things right now that I do myself as a business owner that are keeping me from being obsessed on certain things. So since the last video I made, one of the things that I've really been working on is getting things off of my plate, literally for fitness reasons and figuratively. I'm slowly handing out the tasks in my company that I don't have to be directly involved with to other people who are smarter than me. And that's kind of a self-realization that's happened recently, is a lot of things that I'm doing that are keeping me from getting obsessed, I'm not very good at. There are smarter people than me, and my ego is going to have to deal with it, but there are smarter people than me that know how to do some of the things that I want to do. There are some things I'm really good at. I'm really good at meeting with clients. I'm really good at closing business. I'm really good at finding new business. I have no problem with that. But there are some other things when it comes to running the business that I am not great at. And so what I'm doing is getting obsessed about those things that I am great at and slowly shuffling away, pushing away those things I am not that great at. So in your life, this is my challenge to you after you watch this particular video, is kind of become that person that's somewhat obsessed. And I'm not talking about the sick kind of obsessed. I mean, be willing to set the standard for your life and for your business at a very, very high level. Not just some of this mediocre, low-end stuff. Be willing to do things like put aside social activities or put aside, maybe eating certain things or maybe working, a few more hours here and there and a few more days here and there. If you've seen some of my previous blog posts and videos, you know that I really don't mind working 7 days a week, especially on the stuff I like. There are plenty of times where I'll go to the gym on Saturdays and the gym on Sundays also, because I'm becoming that obsessed with my fitness. And I don't think, it's kind of a sickness in the head thing. I think it's just there's so much I want to do when it comes to life and to my body and just being healthy and things like that. And I'm realizing every single day that I have a finite number of days left and a finite number of hours. And, I don't have cancer or anything, but all of us are going to die at some point. We all have a stop date. That's something we can't fight. And so when you put off stuff for an hour or, a minute or a day, that may be that 1 hour, that 1 minute, or that 1 day sometimes for that thing that you really wanted to do, where you will lose the opportunity to do that. And that scares me. And so, again, I'm the kind of person that's becoming obsessed with the things I want to do, the things that bring me joy, the things that allow me to help more people, like Stop Doing Nothing. This really juices me. There are people I have internationally which like the videos I put out and like the podcasts. And a lady the other day, Chloe, what'd you put on your what's that thing called? Oh, your vision board. Your vision board. Someone, Chloe, put on her vision board that her goal was to meet me. And I'm like, wow, that is a heavy responsibility. So I want to do more of that type of stuff. And so now in my mind, I know I'm going to have to meet her someday because she put that on that vision board. And I want to make her vision and her goals and her dreams come true. That's a huge responsibility, but it's something I have fun doing. I have fun talking. I don't have fun writing. I'm not a good blogger, but I have fun talking. I have fun podcasting, and I want to do more of that. So I'm becoming more obsessed with those things and less obsessed with the things that just don't make a difference. And I would encourage you to do that also. And as you can tell, I feel pretty passionate about this project. So you're going to see me talk more about that as we better the video series and better the podcast. So that's all I'm going to talk about on the word obsession. Get obsessed. If you haven't done so yet, go read that blog post over on the website. Like I said, if you go to it right now, I'm at the website. There's a section down the middle of stopdoingnothing.com homepage, which is called Viral Videos. And right now it's in the upper left-hand corner. It says, Become Obsessed with Something. That has been an insanely popular blog post. And of course, you can always find it over on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, and read about that same blog post there. So enough about that. What else did I want to talk to you about today? Book recommendations. I'm slowly culling down the number of books I have, but that does not mean I'm reading less. So I'm going to start recommending books to you because that's when I really get smarter. I get smarter hanging around with other people. I get smarter listening to other people speak and going to conferences. But once I pick up a book and read, certain chapters over and over, I really kicks me in the butt. And so my latest book that I have read, I have actually read through once, and I'm going through my second time, is this book right here by a friend of mine, a gentleman who I personally consider a friend of mine right now, called Dan Meredith. And yes, the book is How to Be Fucking Awesome. And it's a very easy read. That's the thing I liked about it. It's simple. Most complicated topics are really simple when you break them down. 184 pages right here. And the chapters are things like, let me see, what are the chapters here, just so you know when you're getting into this. Be selfish, be shameless, be weird, be brutally honest, be valuable, be interesting, be spiteful, be productive, be around like-minded people, be relentless, and be nice. But this is going to be like no other book you have ever read. Dan is a very raw person, a very real person, a very transparent person. And if you're looking for that extra kick in the butt like you are looking from StopDoingNothing.com, and I don't have a book, I would go pick this one up from Amazon. I think it was $20 on Amazon from Rethink Press. And this, man, I love this book so much that I've actually started buying copies of this book and giving it out to friends as gifts. And it's just an insanely great book. Going forward for Stop Doing Nothing, you're going to see me talking about more books, but what I really want to do is gear this show towards what your needs are and how I can help you with my 40 some odd years of life and business experience. So this is what I need you to do. Leave a comment someplace. And I'm going to, if you don't want to do that, I've got another option for you, but go subscribe on YouTube, go subscribe on iTunes, go subscribe on Facebook, and either send me a DM, a private message if you don't want me to bring up your name when it touches the topic, or just leave a comment on the videos and subscribe and tell me what topics you would like me to cover about business and life. What's holding you back from greatness? What is keeping you from being obsessed? And if you're only mediocrely or somewhat interested in a topic, let me know what that topic is, and I might be able to help you transition to becoming obsessed about it, either through I'm making other videos for you, answering Q&A, or maybe we could possibly get into some coaching sessions, or there may be able to be some products or books where I can refer to you, mine and others, that can help you be a better person in life and become more obsessed with your success and turn you into more of a high achiever, because that's really important to me, as I want to see you function at the highest level, whether it be physically, psychologically, mentally, spiritually, or in your relationship. I want those things for you. Something else which is really cool, if you don't want to send those questions on social media, you can take out your phone right now for the US watchers and text me questions to 405-251-2022. 405-251-2022. That number comes right, that's not my cell phone directly, but it does come to my cell phone, and I will get those, and I will use that as fodder to answer future questions on the show. So again, 405-251-2022. For our international listeners and watchers, I apologize, I do not have an international number, but if you know me on Twitter or Facebook, you know how to send me a private message, and I will use that in future versions of the show. I'm going to immediately start working on the next version of this show for you, so we keep this consistent. So I eat my own dog food. And remember, done is always better than perfect. And so in the next episode, you're going to see me probably pick another topic to talk about, probably have another book recommendation for you, and hopefully I will have some questions from you that I can use as fodder for discussion for between us. You're going to see this show progress, get more frequent. We're going to have guests. I got plenty of great plans for this show. If you just hang with me, stay with me, I promise I will make you a better person, and I will make this better for you. One last thing. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and leave a show rating. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube also and leave me a comment over there. Very important on the YouTube side. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and send me a private message also. Until the next video, the next podcast, thank you very much for watching. I want you to know that I really have a heartfelt appreciation for those of you that stick through me through all the talking points, through the entire video, through the entire podcast, and already interact with me online. I take that very seriously. I take the responsibility very seriously, and I take my mission, very seriously. And the more I hear back from you, the more, as I heard someone else say today, the more it fills my bucket, and the more energetic it makes me to want to do this for you. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will talk to you again soon. Have a great week and a great weekend. Good morning, good evening, or good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where you are watching this in the world. And I love all of you, and we'll talk again soon. Take care.